Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good to have you here, Dr. Aliyu. Dr. Aliyu, President Tinubu's meeting with the new security chiefs is being read as a move to stamp authority and set expectations from day one. It could be seen the tone has just changed, and there are other speculations why this was so. But what does this say about the tone and direction the president intends to set for Nigeria's security architecture?
You know, the responsibility of every president, including that of Nigeria, is the protection of life and property of Nigeria and Nigerians. And as a commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, it is his duty bound to ensure that everything is working the way it is expected in Nigeria, and everybody is working in line with his thinking, with his policies, the policies of his administration. That is not to say that the immediate past service chiefs didn't do what is expected of them, but also it is natural for every president, including that of Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to realign and rejig the security sector at any given time, because the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended in 1999, gave him such powers to appoint and to remove at any time he so wish, for whatever reason he wants to do so. So now that he has brought in new service chiefs, he had meetings with them, and he has also told them his line of thinking, and they are all aware of the security challenges we are facing in Nigeria. They are in the system, they are part of the system, they are not new to the system, they are part of the working team that is finding a solution to Nigeria's security challenges. So he has just done what is usual. There's nothing unusual about what the president did in reshuffling the high security armed forces echelon, and then bringing in new thinking, new vigor, new valor, new life into it. Not to say that the ones that were there, I repeat, that they didn't perform, no. But it is a constitutional provision. It is the prerogative of the president. And in any case, the new chief of defense staff, who was the chief of army staff, who was the commandant of infantry center and school, and who was also a theater commander, is highly professional and highly experienced. He's part of the team. He's only been moved forward from the position of chief of army staff to that of the chief of defense staff. He has been part of the team that is working on security. He is now going to lead a new team that will be working on the security. And as chief of army staff, the armed forces itself is reliant on the land army. It's the largest in number, and also the mother of the armed forces. So he is coming from a home where he has known it all, he has seen it all, he has the experience as the service chief, and you also know what he did as chief of army staff. He's brought on new vigor, new valor. He has brought in a lot of life. He has revigorated the Nigerian army. He has, tried to look into the welfare of the soldiers. He has made their morale high. He has made them to be more committed to the job. That is the land army now, the Nigerian army. So becoming the chief of defense staff, he's only going to build on what he has started as the chief of army staff, and then to consolidate it among the tri-service, now the Air Force, Navy, and the Army. And of course, those that were brought to the Army, the new chief of army staff, is also coming from the theater command.
Just a second, I don't want you to go too far. Vigor, valor, life, new invigoration, you say, but you also noted that there's nothing unusual, but many people argue that, well, considering the timing and the many unconfirmed rumors, that there might be something other than what we're seeing. But then again, let's talk about the changes. Now, these changes at the top, they often bring sometimes confusion, depending on how they're being managed. How much can leadership reshuffles like what we have just seen at this level actually influence operational performance and troops' morale across the force?
Well, in most cases, you realize that it is a natural thing in the armed forces. You find reshufflements like this taking place. It's a natural thing in the armed forces, not a new thing. But the only thing that, and also it's in most cases reinvigorates the morale, like you rightly put, of the armed forces. But the only thing that may likely dampen the morale, if you like, or activities, is the fact that this rumor of flying left, right, and center of a lot of officers being retired. I think that is really giving some certain level of jittery fear and discomfort.
What are these rumors that you have come across?
Of saying a certain number of senior military officers will be retiring because of the new appointment. That's part of things that if you go around and listen to the views of both the civilians and the serving military personnel, a lot of them, you find that that is where the discomfort is coming in. I think here the new chief of defense staff may even consider, just like his predecessor did, not retiring those that were even due or that are active now, but maybe pushing them to defense headquarters to work along with him and allowing the tri-service to work along with other officers that are of either course 40 or 41, but those that are being insinuated that belongs to course 39, just like the chief of defense intelligence and of course the new chief of defense staff himself, could be placed in under the defense headquarters to work there, because they are also well experienced, they are well versed, and then their knowledge is also required. Nigerians, and they are trained with taxpayers' money, and I also know that a lot of them have a lot to offer, a lot to give to the country in terms of service and experience. Just like I said, his predecessor, the outgoing Chief of Defense Staff, General Sinji Musa, I think did that, and then that brought a lot of stabilization to the armed forces, and then and also it heightened the morale of those officers that were expected to leave the service, but because of his magnanimity that they were retained, and then you see there was a stability and also a lot of vigor, because they want to justify the reason why they were left to continue to serve. They want to justify it by putting in more of their best in ensuring that success is achieved. So I think that is the only thing that may dampen morale at a certain level. Otherwise, the changes give opportunity for those that are of course course 40 and course 41 to also come and contribute their own quota as far as the service to the nation is concerned.
So, right then, Dr. Aliyu.
Whatever rumor that is flying in, well, we should wait for the government to say whatever they want to say. Yes, there are a lot of insinuations going right and left and right, front and back, up and down, concerning the removal of the service chiefs and, of course, the replacement with these new ones. And like I said, the armed forces is continuity. There's nothing new as far as the armed forces is concerned. It's continuity of service. The new service chief, the chief of naval staff, of course, was also serving in defense headquarters before he was taken to where he was brought in. The chief of army staff is being brought from theater command.
I've been trying to get you to. But we have exhausted the time for this, allotted for this conversation. But we want to say thank you very much for giving us your expert opinion on the new service chiefs and their confirmation by the Senate. Thank you very much, Dr. Aliyu.